To GCIB TV. This is GCIB TV. You can watch us on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. As I told you, today we'll be having a very special guest in our midst. This is a program that comes every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, whereby we discuss more about things that happen in Bahrain and also beyond Bahrain. Viewers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please just click on the subscription so that you can be able to subscribe. Thank you very much. Today we have a very special guest in our midst, and before we start the show, we have to give the honor to the nation or the nationality of that our special guest. So as we all listen, we listen to the national anthem. Thank you very much. Once we listen to the national anthem of Kenya, thank you very much. And I'm very sorry for, let's listen to the national anthem. Let one and God rise. Bring us Celestia harvest the devil, and the land of Kenya, heritage of splendor, how many stars to defend. Let one with God, in our God united, it is a nation together, and the glory of Kenya, the fruit of our labor, fill every heart with thanksgiving. Thank you very much. I welcome all of you to GCIB TV, where we do discuss a lot of things that concern about the welfare of our country and things that happen within our nation. Today we have a very special guest in which most of you may know him and some of you also may not know him. But as I said, welcome to 360 Talk Time interview, whereby we have a special guest in our midst. Please, you are welcome.
Thank you, our listeners, and thank you for inviting me here and giving me time. I will start by saying gold is not measured by the quantity, but by the quality. And when quality comes, it earns the value. And when the value comes, the source or the mining does not matter most. It is that value gives it access to the kings and to the worlds and gives it a value and price. And everyone admires to have it on their body, on their houses, with a price. Therefore, my role is to link the Kenyans in Bahrain to embassy, to link them to the LMRI, to IOM, to the migration legal or to the legal awareness, and to all the rules and the regulations that are required to be known. My name is Pastor George, as a representative of a Kenyan Embassy in Kuwait, working in Bahrain in a position of liaison officer since the year 2008. That therefore, I have been in Bahrain for 18 good years. Thank you, my mother.
Thank you very much, Pastor, since he have already introduced himself to us that he is a pastor, Pastor George, and also he is the legal representative for Kenyans in Bahrain here.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Pastor George, can you tell me what inspired you into this leadership?
Thank you so much. I joined Bahrain in the year 2008. That marks today as 18 years in Bahrain. And what inspired to me is the value of, because I did not start it in Bahrain. I started the working with the society from back home with the community. And when I joined Bahrain, I found it very needful because I remember one time I was at the airport and I found one domestic worker who was to travel back home to Kenya. And this young lady was wearing slippers, holding a small paper bag. And because I was seeing off one of my friends who was going back to the country, I felt that girl was in need. And when I spoke to the girl, for sure, she was not paid for around 3 months of the salary. And her condition was not looking, even the dress code, she was still in uniform. It touched my heart. And therefore, I approached one of the migration police. And I said, okay, first I approached the girl, and the sponsor was not happy about it because he could not, and I understood him because he could not understand who I am. But so long as she was a Kenyan, I found it important to talk to her. And because I needed something with a peaceful way, so I involved the immigration police. And surely I came to know that the girl have not been paid for 3 months salary. So we had a little talk, and I made the sponsor to understand that it is a right for that girl to earn what she had been working for. And again, also, I made the sponsor to understand it is good for that girl to go back home dressed well, in a way that even the family, when they see her, they will not see as if she's coming from nowhere, because also I was looking the picture of Bahrain. So by intervention, and I want to thank the immigration police that they did the intervention, the girl was paid, and we delayed, we cancelled her travel that day.
At that time,
yes,
were you the embassy representative?
No, I was just a normal person. I was a normal Kenyan. It's only that I was touched. It was around the year 2009 there. Actually, I didn't know much more about Bahrain, but the humor which was in me, I felt it is not good to, to let this girl to be in that condition. And through that, we delayed her travel. We managed to purchase some clothes, and she was paid. And later on, after 3 days, she traveled with a good dress code and with her money. And from that time, it was my genesis to come in Bahrain as a volunteer to link our Kenyans in Bahrain with the embassy and the institutions in Bahrain, because not all people, they are all right. And therefore, from that, it touched my heart, and that is where I started to be a volunteer. And later on, I met other Kenyans who volunteered like me, and we combined our efforts together. And that is how I get passionate to volunteer and to work on the community in a volunteer basis.
Were you elected after that incident? Were you elected by Kenyan government after the incident?
At that time, I didn't have a link with the embassy, as it was still early. Kenyans and Africans were very few in Bahrain. It is through our services for almost like 1 year, 2 years. Then the embassy, they recognized that there is people in Bahrain, they are studying on the gap for awareness, for the legal awareness, and linking them with the information that which are required to know. Mostly for the domestic workers, most of them, they didn't have enough information. Africans who were very new in Bahrain, and therefore they needed somebody who could speak their language. Some of them, they were not, collectively understanding the language and the culture of on the land.
Yeah.
So we were to put that awareness so that they could be able to understand. And that is how we came in. And later on, the embassy, they came to realize there is the people, they recognized us, they gave us the recognition cards that anytime.
Well, before I
yes,
come
please.
to the recognition time,
yeah,
it was within which year that this particular incident happened?
It was between 2009 to 2010 and gap of 2011.
Within those periods, how many years have you spent in Bahrain when you met such incident?
The first incident, I was just 1 year and a half old in Bahrain. But later on, when I joined with other team, it was about 2 years to 3 years between there.
What inspired you to come to Bahrain, if I may ask?
It is a dream for everyone outside, and most for those who are listening us from Africa. It is a desire for everyone to have a good life and to build the life. And as I started to say, the gold, it's not about the quality. I mean, it's not about the quantity, it is about the quality. I desired to go for agriculture so that I could earn more. That is the desire that drove me to Bahrain. And particularly, my mind was not only in Bahrain, but I was looking a place that I could get something I can earn more than Kenya. And that is how I found interview in Nairobi through the agency. And I found myself in Bahrain.
You came through agency or you came by yourself?
Thank you so much. I went through the agency, through the recruiting agency. As many of our people back home, they are using the recruiting agency. At that time, people, there were very few those who are coming to the foreign countries, mostly in the Middle East and mostly in Bahrain. Because when I was in Nairobi, Bahrain was a very small, teeny country comparing with other nations. And I didn't know where I was going, so long as there was opportunity. And that is where many of our Africans, they are finding themselves, mostly when you get not the right agencies, because not all they do the legit work. But luckily enough, I found a legit agency. I paid the commission, and I had an interview with my employer in Nairobi. And I joined from Nairobi directly. I came to work. And that is how I joined Bahrain, through the recruiting agency, by paying the commission.
So if I may understand, you did not come by your own, but you passed through an agency channel, and they were the one who brought you to Bahrain.
Yes, I got it through the Kenyan newspaper. It was posted there. And I worked in like any other Kenyan. I did the interview, and luckily enough, God gave me opportunity.
Within the period that you came to Bahrain, when you left Kenya to Bahrain, were you married?
I was still a young man. I was very young at that time, and I came to marry later after 6 years in Bahrain.
So was your wife, did you find your wife when you were in the office, or you met your wife let me make this way.
Yeah.
Did you meet your wife in Bahrain, Kenya, or within when you were in the office as a chairman?
Actually, I will answer that question in two ways. First of all, when I joined Bahrain, my focus was to work, to build a good foundation, because I valued marriage so much, and I didn't want to dare the marriage without having a proper guideline that I will start the marriage, then I will struggle. Actually, what disturbed me most when I was a young man, if you could ask me what bothered me, it is that the years are moving, and I knew that one day I will get old. And it is the push that pushed me to come to Bahrain, because I worried what will happen after years to come when I will have a family. So I was not having I did not marry at that time. So first I came, I concentrated with the foundation, and through that channel, I managed to meet my wife. We started as friends. And later on, after 6 years working in Bahrain, I found this beautiful girl listening to me. She's with us online, Nancy. And I proposed like any other man.
So you met your wife here?
No, she was in Kenya.
Okay.
We were friends. And after 6 years working in Bahrain, I felt, if you want to marry your friend. And therefore, I decided could understand me, and I went back to Kenya, and I proposed to this beautiful girl. We went to the mother-in-law and all in love, and then we did what was done as a dowry, and that is how we married in Kenya. Then I came back to Bahrain without her to prepare the ground, and then when after 1 to 2 months, I managed to prepare her visa, and she was able to join to Bahrain.
Madam Nancy, your husband is proud of you. And wherever you are watching your husband, your husband said you are special. As we know, Kenyan ladies, you are special. And if my viewers may understand,
yes, please.
You came to Kenya and left your wife after the marriage.
Yes, please.
How were you coping? Were you a pastor then?
When I was living from Kenya, I was evangelist. So I was still doing.
Is it evangelist ordained or a normal evangelism work?
Yes, I was ordained while I was in Kenya as an evangelist. Then when I came here, I joined the church, which is in Bahrain. After 3 months, I struggled first to find the church because in Kenya I was fellowshipping with another church. And after 3 months, I was lucky to get to the church, whereby I became a member. And then I was appointed there as the deacon. I was still doing the evangelism door to door. And then later on, I was ordained as an elder in the same church. And later on, after serving with them about 14 years, in the Corona time, the churches were closed. We were doing the service online. Yeah, it was very hard also for us to evangelize in Bahrain when you could not gather more than 5 people. It is through that Kenyans, they came together and they knew that I am just evangelizing. So they asked, why can't you we come together and you prepare something we can worship in our African way. So we joined with other 5 people that we sat down. We started a fellowship, a home fellowship. The fellowship of 5, it grew. And today, I'm proudly enough to say that we have more than 200 members of Swahili Church, which was built from Corona time. And that is how the Church of Swahili was built from 5 until today for 200 plus members.
Wow, that's very good. So within the period, let me go back to your time in Bahrain after your marriage. How did you cope?
Okay, by answering that, maybe for previous question, when we started the church, so that I can answer the same question, because you're asking about the also ordination as a pastor. Yeah. When the church grew, it needed a father. It needed someone, in authority. Therefore, that is the time that I was ordained as a pastor now to be able to lead the church with having my assistant pastor. That is how we work together. Now, regarding to this question, when I brought, the reason I brought my wife was so that we can build and we gather our effort together. And this is also encouragement to our young men, those who are in Bahrain and those who have left their families back home. It goes in many ways. There is those who prefer when they are back home, but when it is a young marriage, I do encourage it is good when the first years you spend time together, bring them together so that you can build the foundation together. You can be able to understand the weakness of each other. When it is a young relationship or young marriage, distant, you might not be able to learn the weaknesses for each other. That's why it was the big purpose for me to bring her. That is how we stayed here over 6 or 7 years. And she left at the Corona time because we needed also to build our foundation. First, we built it ourselves, but now it came that we need to build ourselves back home. And through that agreement, she decided to go home so that to prepare the foundation back home.
So currently, if I may ask, what role as a chairman of Kenya, what is your role as a chairman in Kenya community?
Okay, I am liaison officer, and my main duty is to link, as I started there earlier, to make sure that my people or our people, they get the knowledge of how the the rules works, if it is LMRA, labor rules, to link them with the knowledge through the IOM support, linking our people with the LMRA, the IOM, and also to start as a gap negotiator between our people and employees. Mostly, if they are they are not treated the way they should, we come in to mediate, not to push any side, but to mediate between our people and the employers, to bring them together for both of them to understand how the labor laws should be and how they can reconcile. Mostly ours is to look for reconciliation. If it does not work, then we advise them the legal way to go to avoid the violation of the land of the law. I mean the law of the land.
Since the time you have been the chairman,
yes, please,
of Kenya community, what are some of the challenges that you have faced when you become a chairman?
Challenges are many, but I will start the key challenges. Number one,
or if I may say, how
yes,
have
please.
your journey gone so far?
When we started, the journey was too hard. This is first the institution to understand that you are an embassy representative, because we don't have an embassy in Bahrain. And currently we have around 6,000. From that time, we had almost 7,000 Kenyans in Bahrain, because the number grew from down to up. So the journey was hard when there is a case in the police station, and you go there to stand to, sometimes even to translate the language. And when you present yourself, you say, I'm an embassy representative. They could ask, you don't have an embassy in Bahrain, so how does it work? So it gave us a first hard time to introduce ourselves, and for the embassy to come into the foreign affairs to say we have our people on the ground. That was the difficult part of, and we needed support from the embassy so that they can make the institutions even here to know that we are not people from the back door or doing any other way of violating the law of the land, but we are supporting the law of the land so that our people, they could understand more about this awareness of the law. So the journey was hard. And again, also for the employers to understand that Kenyans, they don't have an embassy here. Who are you? If your embassy is in Kuwait, how can you say you are a representative on the ground?
Yeah, that's where my question is, because within when you started this, you say you are around 7,000, right?
We are almost.
When you started new?
When we started new, we were allowed 4, it went 5, it went 6.
No, I'm talking about during the time you were in Bahrain.
Yes.
When you started assisting, when you start assisting voluntarily, how many Kenyans were here?
At that time, we were less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000?
Yes.
So now, how many Kenyans, if you can boast yourself, you can say that, how many Kenyans are you having so far in Bahrain?
Currently, we are more than 6,500 plus.
60,000?
Yeah, because the last time when we did the data, after the corona, the data was learning about 6,800 there. But because many they exited, the number reduced up to 6,000 nearly there. But later on, we did the data through the money exchange, through the foreign affairs, through the embassy. So we gathered that number, and when we brought the number together, the number reached from 6,000 and above. And again, now there's so many Kenyans have come. So at the current, it is above 6,500 and above.
Is it 60 or 6,000?
6,000.
6,000?
Yes.
How were you able to get all this information? Or did you people have an arrangement with Bahrain government whereby when they reach to the airport, they notify you? How did you get all this data?
Yeah, thank you for that question. We have a very supportive embassy, but when we need the data, they will assist us also through the Bahrain government to get the information through the foreign affairs. They are the people giving us the numbers whenever we need it.
So if my viewers will understand, yes. You write to the embassy for the embassy to request for the data from the Bahrain Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or you people write to Bahrain Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That is what my viewers want to know.
Yeah, we link with the embassy because everything we do, we are getting support from the embassy. So about the number, we get it through the embassy. Because everything you do here, you must do it legally because you cannot get the data of people without confirmation of the government and in the proper way, because you know nowadays data is very, very important. It can link in any corner. So it is the embassy which gives us support, even if as well we link also with the money exchange to see which leg of the people are sending money now and then. So at least we get some data, but also linked with the embassy.
Okay. You as the chairman
Yes, please.
of Kenyan community,
Mhm.
Kenyans in Bahrain is almost 6,000 to 7,000.
Yes, please.
How many groups? Are you having one group or you have different communities groups?
We have a Facebook wall for those who would like to check on it. It's Bahrain Kenyan Society.
Okay.
And there is other groups like WhatsApp, you know, people, they have their small groups here and there. Which
one is correct under the embassy? Which of the one? Do you have a group whereby, like you have a WhatsApp group that normally all Kenyans supposed to be on that platform to receive message from you, or they can create their own groups as much as they want?
No, we have only one Facebook, whereby whenever we have information from the embassy, we will post it there. Everyone can get the proper verified information through that Facebook. Yeah, other WhatsApp group we do just for normal groups, but the one we recognize is the one we put the Facebook. That is where we share our legal verified information.
So if I may understand, the Kenyan community does not have a particular group whereby when some are in problem, like as other nationalities, they have group whereby they pay dues and all those kind of things. You don't have subgroups in Kenya.
No,
community.
We have small groups whereby whenever there is a problem, they have their leaders, they can organize. But all those groups in the WhatsApp, they compile together in the Facebook where they get the proper verified information, and that information they can share to their groups. But we as the leaders, we monitor. If there is any complaint from any group, we can jump in and bring reconciliation, or we solve the matter which might be happening to any group.
So if my viewers may understand, all Kenyans are on one Facebook platform.
Not all they are there. As I said, some they have their own WhatsApp group, but they are not in the linked, or they have not subscribed in the Facebook. But for those who are in the Facebook, they share information, and that information goes viral to other groups.
And how did you handle your people when they have spread out? How do you used to handle them?
Thank you.
As a chairman?
Yeah, there is a way we monitor them. First, we have the church, whereby we have a big group, and some of the information we share through the church. There is those who are going to the mosque. Also, there are a large number, so they are getting information there. And those who are lucky enough to be in the Facebook, also they get information from there. And for those who they are not in the Facebook, they can still get information through those who are in the Facebook, sharing to those groups. So that is how we operate.
But the embassy does not have one recognized group whereby they communicate to.
No, what embassy they have a website whereby if we don't want to check from the Facebook in Bahrain, they can always go to the website, and the embassy, they have their website, they have their Facebook, they have all where they share information from the embassy. But because we are the representative in Bahrain, we get it because not all they have a knowledge how to access the website or to get the information on time. And that's why we have the Facebook in Bahrain, because we can get information on time, and we put it whenever it is needed urgently. We can be able to share to those groups, and they get the information.
So let's take it this way.
Yes, please.
You have the authorization.
Yes.
How did you people get authorization?
Authorization of
how many website? Of you also like the authorization from the embassy?
No, we are connected with the embassy. So if there is any information, for example, there is something we wanted to be sorted here, we will communicate to the embassy. The embassy, they will see whether it is have the value to be how to be addressed. So they will value, they will draft it, and then they will give it back as a final copy, verified by them, so that even if we share, there will be no any legal consequences. As you know that we are in a foreign country, so it have to be verified first by the embassy. Then they will send it to us. Then we can share it.
Where it baffles me a little. You say you people have an authorization in Bahrain here, right? That is whereby you go to the embassies go to the police station to save the Kenyans when they are in problem.
Yes, please. Yeah.
How many of you is having that authorization?
We have 6 Kenyans recognized by the embassy.
Are they selected by the embassy or they were selected by you people?
For I have one more as a vice. So we were selected by people. But later on, we had a volunteers because, voluntarily, because we are not getting paid, it needs someone who have his own heart of giving.
Yeah.
So it is those 6, or I can say 4, they came forward and they said, team, I want to work with you voluntarily. And that is how now we presented them to the embassy, and we ground checked them. We found them qualified to lead the community. And then the embassy, they did their verification. And when the time came, they approved them.
So you were the one who submitted the names to the embassy?
Yes.
Were you elected by the embassy as a chairman? Or the group here elected you as the chairman?
Actually, how we operate is mostly we use liaison officer, because that is the card I'm holding from the government. Because in the legal way, I can say liaison officer because that is the legal card I have from the embassy.
Okay.
But on the ground, I'm the vice chair, and we have the chairman who is working as a chair. But mostly we don't use the chair or the vice chair. We use the liaison officer because we believe we are all equal. We are being recognized by one card.
Yeah.
But we need at least a spokesperson, whereby now we have Mr. Abdallah is the spokesperson on the society, and whereby me, I'm just like the vice, also speaking from the religious side. So we wanted also to balance.
So meaning that you people decide to work together.
Yes.
Without not bringing somebody, this is the head, this must be his deputy, this must be this, but you are working in collaboration.
Yeah, that's why we keep like Mr. Abdallah as the head. Any information so that to avoid any miscommunication, we keep Mr. Abdallah to be the person who speaks directly. Any information need to be shared to the embassy. We'll just decide 6 of us, and whatever we feel it is worthy to be submitted, he will do on our behalf. And in case of extension, I can still jump in because I'm the deputy, so I can be able to deputize everything needed to be done or to be communicated. And that is how we operate. And again, also, we have a very good relation with the other 4. So 6 of us, we work together, knowing the goal. Because what matters is not about the possession. Yeah. And serving the community is not all about the possession. It is the delivery of the services. And that is how we operate under that, giving the services more than looking the possessions.
How does the Kenyans come to Bahrain? And what are the process laid down for those who come?
Majority of Kenyans, there's 2 groups. One of them, one group comes through the recruiting agencies. Those agencies, they advertise their work back in Nairobi. They apply, they pay the commissions, and others, they apply online. There's companies, those who are posting the jobs, and they will apply. And some, they have family members here, those who are working here, so they get their jobs and they notify their family members, and then the company, they can be able to bring them. Also refers to the domestic workers, those who comes through the recruiting agency. As you know, in Bahrain, you cannot, mostly for the domestic workers, they cannot come directly. They need a recruiting agency back home, and also in Bahrain, they require an agency.
Yeah, that's why I want to start from with the domestic workers.
Yes.
Because normally, seeing some of the domestic workers, some of the treatment that they pass through, their sponsors will be maltreating them, will be putting cases on them, and this type of issues,
Mhm.
how did you handle them? Whereby you don't have, like, they did not inform you before coming to Bahrain.
Mhm.
And when they get to Bahrain, how did they reach out to you? And what about those who don't even know you?
Okay.
These are 3 questions.
Yeah. First of all, the way of getting the contacts is the challenging, because some maybe they come from the village, or they don't have any information in Bahrain, and they don't know the culture of Bahrain. They don't know the rules, and mostly we don't go with the just emotion. First, we look the gravity of the case. One, what is the commotion between this domestic worker and the employer? Does it mean maybe the domestic worker does not understand the contract that she signed for, or is the contract being violated? Is the contract, was it written in the language that the girl could understand? Because that is where it starts. So first we look the gravity, we check the language of the contract, we check the agencies. Did she come with a registered agency, or it was just a backdoor agency? What did the girl pay? Some they pay a huge commission. So the first thing is verification of how did the girl came to Bahrain. And the second is to talk to employers. Sometimes we talk with employers, those who are ready to talk with us, but some they talk through the MRI, because that is the legal way. But we mediate between them. So first of all is to make the girl understand the law of the land. As we are the mediator, we link them with the legal advices or legal awareness. We let them know the rules. And again, we let know the employers for them to understand. And we want to thank the IOM, which it has been a great tool now, that they come in, they help to make the employers understand that this girl also, they require their rights. And we let them know. And when they understood, now it is for them to make a decision to continue working, or to go by the legal way, whether it is to change the sponsor, and does it time allows.
Viewers, I know most of you are sending comments that you want to call and ask questions. Please, we will give the time for you to call and also ask your questions. This is GCIB TV. We have the Embassy representative here from Kenya. So we are interviewing him to know some of the things that Kenyans are facing in Bahrain. Somebody is asking a question that, were you employed by the embassy, and is the embassy paying you?
Thank you so much. It's a good question. This is a voluntary job. Embassy is not paying me anything. It's only that I came in to be the link between my people and our embassy, as we don't have an embassy. So no any payment. It is voluntarily with a zero pay.
So the embassy is not paying you?
No, I am working in a private company, and I also want to thank our management that they know what I do, and they give me support to support the community. So there is no any payment. It's by voluntarily.
Okay. So how does you get resources to follow all these cases when it happens?
That is the biggest challenge we do have, because one is about time. You will receive 100 calls in a day. These people, they believe that you have money. These people, they believe that the embassy is paying you. And these people, they do believe that whenever they call you, you need to respond to their call. Wow. They believe that if they land hungry, you have a solution for them to get a meal. If they are thrown outside the house, they believe that you are capable to give them or to know where they should sleep. So those are the challenges that we face. And even we discussed with the embassy, when it comes about the resources, that is the many challenges we are fighting. And also time is the factor, because I'm working in a private company from 6 in the morning till 5 in the evening. So after work, I have to attend some issues. I have to sit down and fight 100 missed calls. I have to call back. Some are messages. I have to read the messages and respond to them. It have not been an easy journey, But I thank God because I did not start it in Bahrain. It was born in me. And I never wanted to see anyone in tears. That is passion, that is the main passion pushes me. And many times we use even our pocket money to help them. So it is not a job that many they can. It is, sometimes it comes with pain, sometimes it comes with sacrifice.
Did you have challenges with your other leadership in terms of, I want to be a leader, I want to be the one to lead, I want to be this? Did you used to have those type of challenges?
Actually, no, because we tell people, if you can, come. Because even we encourage many to come, because here is not the opposition to be paid. And therefore, there's nothing to pay for, to fight for. Because
but people say you are being paid.
People, they believe that.
But that's what they are saying.
And they have a right to believe in that.
They say the embassy is paying you.
Yeah, but when we call them to come, for them also to be paid, they say they are not there.
No, not them, but the Kenyans are saying that embassies are paying you people, and you people are not protecting them, supporting them. Why?
I can understand them. It is until the time you explain to those who want to understand. Because the ambassador came to Bahrain, not one time, she have come 1,000 times. All the ambassadors, actually in my time of service, I have met the 3 ambassadors, those who have come and they retire because they work 5 years and they move, they come another one. All those ambassadors, they came and they confirmed to the Kenyans that we are not paying these guys. They are doing it voluntarily from their heart. So
why is the embassy not paying you?
One, for the government to pay you, you need to a legal employment, because anything comes from the government, there is financial records. You have to, why are we paying this person? Is he employed by the government? If he's not, then you have to do voluntarily. If you don't, someone else will be requested to do so. And because of the humanity, and because of, as I said, it was born in me, and even to those who are working with, I felt is with money or not, I should stand on the gap.
Are you doing it because you are a pastor, or you are doing it because you want to help your fellow Kenyans?
I think I'm doing it because it's a calling, instructed by God to build a legacy. Because I believe, for me, for my purpose to be the world, God have given me this body for free. And therefore, what can I give back to God? It is by serving the humanity, so that whenever I will no longer be here, I can stand one day on the throne of God and say, the body that you gave me, I make use of it by helping others.
One thing that my viewers would love to know, your experience in this country. What are some of the risks that you have taken for the Kenyans that led you into troubles, or that lead you into things that you will never forget?
One, in the same journey of serving a Kenyan community, me, I'm a beneficiary of the courts of Bahrain. Myself, I went through the court. I had a case for over 1 year, 6 months. I didn't have a lawyer. So it started with me. And also it is part of my journey, because what I went through, it was tough, staying in Bahrain for 6 months without a visa, and having a case in court without a lawyer for 1 year, 6 months, attending to the court. And luckily enough, I won the case. And through that, I have seen those, I carried with me that what others, those who does not have knowledge, and that the risk that I have found when I'm serving, it is not 1 time or 2 times case have been filed against me. When we are serving our people, when we are doing the awareness, there are some people that will feel like these people, they are not from the embassy. Maybe they will feel, I'm doing this because I want to charge some money, or maybe for my own benefits.
Do you charge them?
No, we don't charge.
After the services running to them, you don't charge them transportation and anything?
We don't. And personally, I will talk in my personal capacity.
Okay.
I have never charged any Kenyan, any shilling. I use what God have given me, and that is how we led the services.
But you don't know whether others are charging or not. But you does not charge.
I don't charge.
But did others charge?
No, they don't.
How can you know?
That's why I'm saying, that's why I put my identity. I can talk about myself.
But what about if they are doing it?
Only the people they can talk. The bosses is the people. But I can see, in my country we do say, you can only talk about the hut that you sleep on.
Yeah.
But the hut that you don't sleep on, you can only just mention, but you cannot insist. There's a difference of mentioning and insisting. For me, I can insist, but for others, I can mention.
Okay. Now, since you are not charging them,
yes,
when you take somebody from housemaid, for example, the person is having problem, and you try to help the person out. When the person come out, how does you find job? How does you find accommodation for the person? Do you have others that you live with them because they don't have a place to stay? Or how does you solve such problems?
Okay, our responsibility is not to find jobs for anyone. And the second, our responsibility is not to look anywhere for them to sleep. One, if they are being violated, their rights have been violated, LMRI have a shelter.
Okay.
We talk with the LMRI, we tell them this is the case, they will listen, and if they find it valuable, they accommodate them. And that's what we do.
The LMRI have an accommodation for such issues?
They have a shelter for anyone who have been, maybe the rights have been attacked or there is a huge violation. They vary the case. So there is some cases they consider to keep someone, or someone wants to travel back, but not to stay there looking for a job. No. It's someone who have been feeling that I want to go, have been violated, maybe have been harmed or attacked. They can accommodate such a person are waiting to go back home. But in the other hand, there is those who have finished the contract with their employers and maybe they want to find another job. It is their responsibility. According to the Bahrain law, they have 30 days to secure for a job. And after 30 days, they can be able to exit the country. So it is that drives us to mediate, maybe sometimes in the police station, to say, give this person a chance. And because the police, they cannot allow them out without the legal way, that's why they involve the representatives, so that we can side for them. But within 30 days, they have to get a job. If they don't get a job, they have to exit. Otherwise, the employer have a right to file a runaway case against them.
What are the biggest case you have handled so far? What are some of the biggest cases that you have handled that it was very tough?
Wow. The case that I handled is unbelievable. And if I say it here, maybe even some viewers, they might disagree, but that is the truth.
Yes.
The difficult case I handled was one domestic worker who was not paid for 2 years and 5 months.
Wow, 2 years, 5 months?
Yeah, she worked for 2 years, 5 months without touching any shilling. And it was because even when it came to me, I was so surprised. I said, no, this is not a truth. Yeah. The family contacted me, and because it is unbelievable, I contacted also LMRI to inform them that this is the case. I don't believe it. I told them, I'm not calling because I believe it. I'm calling for you to be aware. Yeah. How can we handle such a case if it is true? So they advised me. I followed the advice, and I went to the police station. I informed the police, and I told the police as well, I'm not coming here because I have evidence.
Yeah, just please a minute. Whilst we are going, you can call on 35480101. 35480101. If you have any question or you have something to say, please, you can call and we'll pick your call. Thank you. Please, you can proceed.
Thank you so much. So I went to the police station, and because I like to honor the law of the land, I told the police, I come here as a representative. I don't have evidence, but listen to my case. I want me and you, we collaborate. We fight whether it's true or not. So the police called the employer. The employer allowed me to call the girl to the police station. And the girl confirmed to me, because Previously, I did not talk with her, but along through the police, I called her. She said yes. But I said no, it is not possible. So when I went to the police station, the girl repeated the same words. The sponsor was called. She came to the police station, and we found it was true. And it was a very difficult case, to recover the money, to discuss with the sponsor, to understand why she was not paying. The girl was sick, and the girl was saying that I'm getting only the Panadol. So I want to thank the institutions. The police helped us much. Marai also helped us. And within 1 day, we got the money. The girl was
Within a day?
Yes, the girl was paid within a single day. And the money, the full payment was done. And the girl was allowed to find another job. And she worked till the time she wanted to leave from Bahrain. And I know maybe later on she will listen this. And many people, some Kenyans, they knew what happened. So whatever I'm talking here, it's something reached even to others. And the girl was paid for 2 years and 5 months. She joined another company, worked, and later on she went home as a happy girl.
Have you experienced any death issue in Bahrain here?
Yeah, not that most, but a few. But we have experienced.
On service or out of service?
No, out of the service because of the sickness. And I want just to thank Bahrain. I can say Bahrain is part of a unique country whereby we have not recorded a death that maybe the employer attacked anyone. Mostly the death that we face is the sickness. Mostly the sickness, I can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are Kenyans well response in terms of supporting their fellow brothers and sisters in terms of difficulties?
Yeah, we do. And I want just to thank Kenyans. They have been frontline. It is them, they make us to be representatives. As you ask, how do we work without resources? Mostly when there is a hospital bill or there is like death, the Kenyans, they teams together very quickly. They support even financially, logistically, and they make our work more easier for us as representatives.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, if you want to ask a question, you can call on 35480101. 35480101. If you are calling out of Bahrain, you can use +973 35480101. 973 35480101 if you are calling out of the country. Here, I want to ask you this.
Yes, please.
Kenyans in Bahrain, what are the regulations that you have laid for the, how do you call the agents that bring them here? When an agent brings a Kenyan here, what have you educated the Kenyans, the process they should take through, and in case an agent bring an Kenyan to Bahrain, and the person have a problem, did the person have to go to the agent or have to come and see you people? What are some of the problems you people face in those areas?
First, we start checking the problems. What are our people facing? Then we combine those challenges, mostly which is coming from the agencies. We write to the embassy directly, and we call them. We tell them this is what it is happening. There is this agency, and this is happening back home. And I want just to thank Kuwait Embassy. They usually write directly to the Foreign Affairs to notify them. There is an alarm in Bahrain that there is these agencies, and sometimes even some measures are taken to reduce the gap for those who are coming from home, not allowing the crooked agencies to manipulate Kenyans, those who are coming in Bahrain, and not only for Kenyans. Because when I stand also as a pastor, I don't stand for Kenyans only. I stand for all migrants, and mostly Africans. I think we have been the contact of all Africans, Ugandans, Ghanans, Nigerians, Cameroonians. We have been the key to the African community because I feel I come from Africa, and Africa we are one. Yeah, so I serve. Mostly, I don't like using Kenyan because I feel Africa is our homeland. Africa is our business. So I like focusing to Africans, not rather than using the Kenyan field, because I might feel guilty when I say Kenyan and I leave my brother from Africa to struggle.
But did the Kenyans have the let me call it this way, the agents?
Mhm.
Do you have a measure for them, or a measure they need to take whilst you are bringing people, or any agent can get up? And do they used to collect money from them before coming, or it's for free?
They collected the commission from them. For that, we don't have that much measure. The only people that can do that is the government.
Okay.
What we do is, for those Kenyans that come in Bahrain and they tell us we have paid this commission and this, we air it through the embassy, through that channel, and the embassy, they can be able to measure which angle they can communicate, because they are our mouthpiece. And they know how, and the channels and the institutions of Kenya, which ministry to air out our voices. And they have been doing that. And that's why you see in Bahrain, for Kenyans, we don't have many cases. The few cases we have is for some, those who are overstaying. And we don't have much cases.
If I may ask, you don't have visa issues? Like when they have these visa issues, how do you solve it with them?
Thank you. So the visas issues, they have two ways. One, for those who are coming with a visiting visa, because there is those who come with a visiting visa hoping to search for a job, and maybe they don't get a job, and through that process, they get stuck. And in Bahrain, and we'll come back to that point, in Bahrain, when you have a visiting visa, when it expires, it continues to count every month, I think around 25 dinar. And it will continue counting till the time you're going to stay in Bahrain.
Wait, come again. Every day?
Every month.
Every month counts 25 dinar?
Yeah, if you don't renew, it will automatically update itself.
Wow.
The bill continue to pile up. And that's why we do say, if you came to, and maybe you are listening, you are there, and you have a visiting visa, don't hide because the government have not listened to you. In fact, you are not doing the government advantage.
Yeah.
You are ruining yourself. Sometimes I say, come bold enough forward. If it is to praise your request, whether it is through the lawyer, whether it is through the immigration, please come forward, because the more you stay, the more it will continue piling up. And when the time comes, you find that they go through the deportation, you have to go through the deportation. But there is a way, I do say that, from the day one, you have overstayed, jump in and do an action. Number two, about the visas. It is those who maybe they did not finish the probation, or maybe they finished the probation and the sponsor did not renew the visa. Instead of going through the LMRI direct on time, they keep quiet, and that case piles up, or maybe the runaway case have been put by the sponsor. If you go to LMRI within 72 hours, before 72 hours, even if they're in a runaway case, and you go there, you convince that I was not a runaway, and you put factors, LMRI, they can consider. You go to the grievances department. They will listen to your case, and then they will sort out your case. And I do say that for those who are listening, don't wait. If there is that kind of intimidation, don't keep quiet and don't hide yourself. Go immediately. Mostly for those, and I want our Africans to listen this, LMRI in Sahara does not arrest you. They listen to you. They give you comfort. So,
but some of them are afraid that maybe they will go there and they will be arrested.
No, I am here as a representative. I'm here in Bahrain for 18 years, and I can sit here to confirm to you, LMRI in Sahara does not arrest. They are there to listen to you as an employee. And that's why we have LMRI in Sahara and we have LMRI in Sanabis. In Sanabis is to process the document, and the employers, they can go there. But mostly LMRI in Sahara is for employees to go there to express themselves. So you don't need to worry and wait the case to prolong some days, because...
please, before you continue, somebody said...
Yes, please.
Wait, see, I don't know the English. He said, I have an issue with a Barinese when driving. I nailed my car on his car door without no scratch, and the Barinese came from nowhere, hit my leg with the car door. When I start screaming, he said, "Why?" When I start screaming, he said, "Why did you touch my car?" My leg swallowed. I took the case to police, and up to today, the case have not gone to court. What should I do?
My question is, when
I also have the same issues.
My first question is, did he get the OB number? That is number one. Second, when was the case? And the third question is, did he take the lawyer or not? Did he follow up with the police station? Because I do believe that here there is a fairness. If you follow up with the case, you have right to go to the police station, say, "This is my OB number, I filed the case." The police, they will investigate and see how was the condition of the accident. And if there is that evidence, the other thing they will ask you is the address, your number, and automatically he have to give the right address and the connected mobile number, so that when the case goes to the prosecution, it can come to her or to his mobile directly. But if he feels that he was not treated well, he have a right to take the lawyer, and the lawyer will follow up with the case.
Some of them may have issues of taking lawyer because of how expensive it is. What do you have to tell the viewers about that?
Yeah, thank you for that. One you need to do is don't be at large. And I said you cannot trust all the people. And I know some people, they have been facing this problem. You know, just double check to get the good lawyer who can deliver. You can search. You can first check the background and check how many cases he have done before. So get a little to know about that lawyer. Don't jump and hear there's a lawyer and you go and you pay the money. First, do a little investigation. And in that, there is an institution that you can ask. If you go to the MRI and you are being injured, tell the institution that I need a lawyer. They can recommend someone. If like someone from the MRI, they recommend, automatically you will know that is a good person. You can to the police station, tell the police, I want to do things in the right way. Do you have anyone you know as a lawyer? So when they recommend from that institution side, at least it's someone they know. But some people, what will they do? They will find another African friend. They will tell, come, I will show you a lawyer. Give me 20 BD, and I will connect you with a lawyer. And this lawyer will do for you good. And this lawyer comes, tells you, pay the money even before the case starts.
Wow.
Then why should you pay and the case have not yet started? My advice today for those who are our listeners, don't pay huge amount and you have not even seen the case have not yet started. If that lawyer is genuine, will tell you, maybe pay the power of attorney. And the power of attorney is, they will charge you 20 dinar.
Okay.
So pay the power of attorney, let him give you the court hearing date, and if they ask you the deposit, first see the case is being announced in the court. And then you can pay the deposit. Later on the case, when it is done, you can pay the rest. But some, they panic. What I am telling our listeners today, never panic. In any situation, whether it is signing the contract, whether it is the case like this one for the one got accident, first of all, don't panic. Stand, be still, and put the institutions as the first of your redeemer. Don't go to back door. You call this African, you call this Indian, you call that. No. Go directly to the institution. I know institutions in Bahrain, they do help if you are genuine. And when you go to write the statement, say the same words you said yesterday, say it today. Some they go to the story they give today, tomorrow you call them, they give a different story.
So and if I may ask about this visa issue where we were before this message came in, what are the advice will you give to our viewers concerning the visa issue in case they get unemployment and some of them also they cannot read. So they, like when they come, the employee will tell you that I will give you 100 BD.
Yes.
The moment the person comes, then they will be giving the person 80 or 70 BD. Some of those issues, how does it solve them?
Okay, let me answer that question from Genesis of the visa. One, I want to let our listeners understand in Bahrain, there is nothing called a free visa.
Okay.
And that is where Africans, many, they have lost their money. From their home country and even in Bahrain. Bahrain, there is freight visa, which is given by the government themselves. And they give you three priorities. For example, they will tell you, choose three options that you work. You want to work as a cashier, as a reception, or they will give you three opportunities to choose. That is what it will be in your freight card. That is the first visa. And this visa, you cannot be given when you are in your home country. If anyone comes tells you in your home country, I will prepare freight visa for you in Bahrain, it's a big no. It's a lie. Number two, there's no visiting visa to come and you transfer it to working visa as per today in the current situation of Bahrain. So if anyone is telling you, I will bring to Bahrain with a visiting visa, it's a big lie. He wants to con you your money. So if you come to the with a visiting visa in Bahrain, the person who brought you in Bahrain need to be the same person, if it is like a company, to change your visa to a working visa, and there will be a charge which will be go to the government, translating from visiting visa to working visa. And I think lastly it was updated to 250 BD to transfer working visa to visiting visa to working visa. But there must be a clarity. It's not something you will do within one day. So anyone telling you that come with a visiting visa to change, there might be a big lie. Number two, it is those who want to sell you the visa. And that is where many people, our Africans, they are. If anyone is telling you pay the visa, I will give you the visa, and even the visa is not yet applied. And because of our people of panic, you find someone is paying 500 BD, 300 BD, and you have not seen the visa. There is no visa for 200, 300, 1,000 in Bahrain.
Wow.
There is no, and that is, they call it a free visa.
So, Honorable, I want to ask them working visa. That's the first question. And my other question is, what about, have you been facing some of these issues of an agent have eaten somebody's money, that you bring the person to Bahrain and have eaten the money? How does it solve when such issues come before you?
Okay, I will answer this question in a legal way, and also I will answer it in a different way, which I will not put signature on it.
Yes.
First of all, you can join in Bahrain with working visa, being brought by agency or by company directly to work to Bahrain. That is the legal way. But then some of our people, they will tell you, pay 500, I will help you to come, and we will transfer you. It is
Please,
happening.
all those who want to call should call from 3548-0101. 3548-0101. Today, our call number have changed. So please call on 3548-0101. Please call on 3548-0101 on WhatsApp call. 3541, I repeat again, 3548, 3548-0101. 3548-0101. I know some of you are calling from the other side, but please call from this number, 3548-0101. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I want to go back to the same question. And I feel sorry for our brothers from Western side. There is a time the door was open, and many Cameroonians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, they came. And some, they were charged 1,000, 2,000 for a visa. There is no visa in Bahrain more than 500, 600. Those who are doing that are scammers. But at the same time, some people in Africa, they have charges. They don't care to pay the money, but they want to join to Bahrain. So through that route, they use the backdoor agencies,
Yeah.
and that is those who they provide them with a visa for 3 months. They come, they change to work in a visa, and you pay 500, but it is you and your scammer, you are working, colliding together, and you are gone. I visited, I found some many brothers sitting in Gudebia, in Hula. They were almost mad. They paid 1,000, 2,000
Just for visa.
for a visa. And these are the people that they register CR, or they have some people somewhere. They will get and bring me the customer or whatever. I don't know because I don't have an evidence on that. But what I know is there is no free visa in Bahrain. And if you pay 500, it is because you want to come in your way. Just know that you are conned, but you come to Bahrain, you get your job, but that is not the legal way. That's why you see LMRI, and this is what happens. If LMRI catches you or caught you working elsewhere with a different visa, I will come back to that in a different way.
Yeah.
But let me highlight it before I come to it. That way you fight the LMRI, they are charging you 100 BD, and the company you are working 1,000. Because in Bahrain, if you have a visa of a waiter in a certain hotel, you should work there. If LMRI fights you working in a different company, automatically there is a fine, and you have a right to be deported, and they will fine you. So also for our listeners, you need to understand, if your visa is for a certain company and someone is telling you go to work in elsewhere, even your boss telling you go and work elsewhere, whereby you know it is not the visa of that place, you are risking yourself, because when the MRI catches you, they will be fined, you will be fined as well, and you will be deported back to your country. So who is the loser? You are the loser. So it is good to work as how your visa is stated. And also, mostly for those who buy the visa and they work elsewhere, it is just, you say like, I don't know, I don't want to go home, I want to list my life, I want to get some coins, I build myself, then I go back home.
Yeah.
But if we talk legally, it's not legal. But you know, in this world, there is a legal and there is other people that use it as a shortcut. As a matter of earning, what can we do? But ours is only to share the awareness. But consideration for those who sell the visa for 600, 700, it's not fair. So that is what the message I can share. It's not fair.
But have you been facing such issues here as an embassy representative?
Yes, we do face those challenges.
And what do you do with such issue?
We inform the institution. Mostly you find someone maybe was promised, I will give you the job, mostly for the cleaning companies. Many, they don't come, they are selling you the visa sometimes. Even they will tell you, I will give you the cleaning company, work for me, I will give you the visa. And the person works for some months, maybe she's not paid, and sometimes even they involved to pay for the visa or they have not been paid. Now we have to use the institution to say this person was working, but he did not get the visa. For 3 months he worked, he was promised the visa, he was not given. And that is where now the LMRI comes in.
So let's take this way that I'm in Kenya, having visa issue, and the person doesn't have money to solve such an issue. The person still wants to stay in Bahrain. Can the embassy, Kenyan Embassy pay the visa or support that person?
No. Embassy, they don't do that because everything you are doing for the government, or any shilling comes from the government, is counted. And there must be a purpose. So anything to do with the work, anything to do with the visas, it is your personal responsibility.
Okay. The
embassy does not cater for that. The embassy comes in if there is a major thing which is verified, and even a human can say, yeah, this is requires support. And again, also it have to go through the writing. There must be receipts, which also the embassy, they can also represent to the government, because they are also accountable. So
what are the currently, what are the problems that the Ausmali people are facing currently? The current issues that they are facing mostly?
Currently, I can say like maybe for those who are switching from one job to another, maybe for the job scarcity, or those who came with a high promise. Mostly those are working in different like in security companies, like overworking, more extra hours, the wage theft. When I say the wage theft, you find that someone have worked for 1 to 2 months, and maybe this person does not know where to report, and some of them, they are scared. They don't want to go to LMRI because they know whenever they go there, they report, they will be fired. So I can say in this current time is the fear of those who does not want to address their thing and their issues through the institutions, because they fear maybe they will be fired by their companies, and that is many challenges that made, I can say, unresolved.
So once we are coming to the end of our interview, what advice did you have for especially those doing the housemaid and those that they are coming through the agencies?
My advice to our listeners, and mostly those who are coming from Africa, number one, verify the agency which is taking you to the foreign country, not necessarily to Bahrain, any other country in Bahrain, I mean in the world, any country in the world. And first of all, verify the contract, read the contract, understand the language, and read the contract with the language that you can understand. Leave the copy with your family or with immediate person to keep it, so that any country you will go, if there will be any changes of the contract, you can still get a copy, because that is the legal document. It can help you when you are in trouble. Number two, your document are your documents. You need to keep it with you. Mostly in Bahrain, even the government do insist that the passport is your document. Care for it. Because if you lost it, you'll use a lot of procedure to be able to recover through the embassy. You need to go through CID, so it is very important. And if you have to give this passport to your sponsor, please get a copy and sign for it that your sponsor is keeping your passport, so that there will be, in case there is a misplacement, there is evidence that the passport is with your sponsor. Number three, if you are leaving from your country, it is good for those, there is two-way advice I will give on this. Those who are domestic workers, it is good to know where you are going. If it is the agency, please get the name of the agency and leave your family behind with the name, and verify if it is registered. Make sure that even the agency which is taking you to that foreign country, it is registered. Finally, when you land to the country where you are going, know the culture, know the law of the land, maintain the law of the land, and just know that you are in a foreign country. Just search and understand more about the country. It will help you when the trouble comes. Know the place where you are, and also know the institutions where they are, so that you can communicate. And finally, the employer who you are working with is a person like you. In case you have an issue, communicate. It is good to communicate, and immediately if you have a problem, you can do by writing rather than on recording. You can do writing, so that whenever any trouble happens, and when you land in the country, it's also good to set the address of the place you are, so that if you go, the contact goes missing, we can still know where to find you. Finally, mine is to wish you the good luck in the country you are. Remember, you did not leave your country to come to spend the time here. The most, and go with this word, for our young men, those who are coming in the foreign country with the driving license, and you come here and you start to be drunkard, just remember that the fine is the 1,000. It is very stupid way if you come here with a driving license and you pay 1,000 because of a beer of a 1 or 2 BD. And also, it is destroying our reputation. So it is better for those who are going to drink. If you have a car, leave the car on the parking, pay a taxi driver, go home, and come and collect your car the following day when you are sober. We have seen many accidents with our Africans, those who are getting drunk and they drive. Also, you are risking your life. For those our brothers and our sisters are here, they have opportunity to guide others to get jobs. Don't harass your Africans people. Help them to get opportunities. Don't overcharge them. Some they are overcharging. If you have to get this opportunity, you have to pay me 100 or you have to pay me 60 BD. Please help your brothers to get, and for those who will be helped, also remember those who helped you and help others. This is the way we can build our good African union or unity in Bahrain. We clean our name, and when you find any other African, it is your brother. Don't say he is from Uganda, from Africa, from Kenya, or from any other country. When you see an African, just know that it is your sister, it is your brother. Don't harass them. For those who are selling the visas, please do the right thing. Don't overcharge your people. And don't sell those backdoor visas and then you let your people out. And then whenever they call you, you don't pick their calls. And for those who are getting in that situation, don't hide yourself. Report this matter to the institutions. If anyone charges you 600 and did not offer you the visa and is intimidating you, don't worry. Bahrain government is very supportive. Go to the nearest police station. Say that he sold the visa to me. The government will take measures. So you won't be the loser. The person who sold the visa to you and prayed aloud with you is the one to be the loser. So don't be intimidated for someone who sold you the visa and felt that need to intimidate you. My message to community leaders, those who have been given and been trusted by your embassies to serve our people in Bahrain, don't use those powers to intimidate your people. Don't use those powers to charge people for the services anyhowly or getting opportunity to use that opportunity as to earn. That opportunity is humanitarian level unless your embassy pays you. Don't intimidate your people or don't use those powers to enrich yourself in an ungodly way. So please let the passion of the service be number one. And this is the way we can serve our people. Remember, when you serve one African or one person and you help that person to get a plate of food on her table, not only today, but your generation will be praised. If you make someone cry because you have a power and that person does not have more knowledge like you, whenever she have tears or that person is crying, it's a curse to you, to your generation to come. Sometimes we are eager because of the power we have. We have been trusted by our people, but it is that power kills us slowly and kills our generation. Therefore, for those our community leaders, let us first serve by heart and we build a legacy. And it is that legacy, our children, they will benefit from it. Don't use power to intimidate, but use power to build the foundation and the legacy. So that is what I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, viewers. We have come to the end of our 360 interview. Our guest today have told us a lot. Please be a blessing to what he have said, and I know you will surely be blessed. Thank you very much, and we will meet next time.
Thank you so much, and thank you for our viewers. May God bless you, and as you go home, use all the websites. Maybe there is something we're gonna speak in future about the e-key. The next one we're gonna talk about the e-key. about the GOSI, those are the things that we can put aware of them. Having e-key for everyone should, so long as you're in Bahrain, please enroll yourself to e-key because it will give you all the information you need in Bahrain.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.